It's a sad day in hip hop. Recently, rapper Gucci Mane was allegedly kidnapped, he was kidnapped, robbed at gunpoint in the Dallas studio ambush involving rapper Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. Now, nine people, including rappers Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, have been federally charged in connection with an alleged kidnapping and armed robbery targeting industry music figures, including rapper Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane and Pooh, well, remember that Pooh Shiesty is Gucci Mane's artist. Big 30 was affiliated with Gucci Mane as well with his 1017 label. And they ran up, they lured Gucci Mane to a Dallas recording studio in Dallas, Texas. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm currently reside. And they lured him there, and 8 of the 9 defendants, they orchestrated a violent ambush on him. This happened on January 10th, and they lured him under the guise of a business meeting. They lured that so Gucci Mane flew to Texas. Uh, he flew to Dallas Saturday afternoon for what he believed was a meeting to discuss a recording contract dispute involving Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is Lontrell Williams Jr. So Pooh Shiesty lured him all the way to Texas, all the way to Dallas, saying that he wanted to dispute his contract. Man, that's the thing. Like, you gotta understand that these rapper turned artists turned label owners, but not just them, but rap labels period, they don't have no interest in you gaining no traction, no real traction for yourself. You know, usually the artists, the label owners, and the artists who turn label owners, they don't want you to be big enough to sustain yourself. They're not gonna give you enough to get from under their thumb. That's just how it works. They gonna give you just enough to keep you on the line, dangle just enough for the carrot to keep you on the line, and that's it. That's how it's always been. Look at Puff Daddy and Biggie Smalls. Puff Daddy didn't want Biggie Smalls to be able to do his own thing. That's not how it works. That's never the case. Look at Jay-Z, Benny Siegel, Jay-Z, anybody. Only person, it's only it's very rare and very unique people who go on to do their own thing. Only Kanye was able to do his own thing because he was a producer, But just these rappers from the streets, look at how many of them who put out, one-hit wonders. They put out some songs, or 1 or 2 songs, and you never see them again. What happens is they get buried under label, yellow tape, a bunch of rules and regulations, a bunch of policies. Like, they're buried. They can't put out music. The label has a thumb on them. They've used them for what they needed to use them for, and that's it. Pooh Shiesty has recently just got out of jail. He hadn't even been free that long, and now he's doing stuff like this. Investigators say the suspects entered the studio and quickly separated the victims, with Pooh Shiesty taking Gucci Mane into a recording room while others remained in a control room. Inside the recording room, Pooh Shiesty allegedly pulled the AK-style pistol and forced him to sign paperwork releasing him from his contract at gunpoint. As this is happening, prosecutors say the remaining suspects drew firearms and began robbing others in the studio. One victim was pushed onto a couch and had his wallet and jewelry stolen. Another was choked from behind to the point of near unconsciousness and robbed for his Rolex watch, Louis Vuitton bag, and other valuables. Man, they say Big 30 helped block the studio door, preventing the victims from escaping while the armed suspects carried out the robbery. This is what I'm talking about. These people live in their music. This is why rap music is retarded. It's that's why it's dying now. People is looking at it and like, man, I can't be involved in this. People, mature people, like I can't even listen to this stuff. What type of dude gonna be listening to listen to the type of music Pooh Shiesty put out? It was demonic, nothing but demonic, destructive raps. Robbing people, glorifying all that, glorifying selling dope, glorifying nonsense, man. And look at where he ended up. These people are facing up to life in prison right now, in federal prison, man. Do you understand? Like, dude just got out. I think he was on an ankle monitor while he was there. Like, see, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is crash out stuff. Now, I know you want to be out of your contract. Like I said, I just explained. These contracts are not built for you to come up. And even though it's Gucci Mane, you think this your partner, you think, that you cool. No, it's business for them. He want to make the money, and he want to keep you under his thumb. That's how it works. That's the name of the game. It's been the name of the game since time immemorial. That's it. That's how record labels operate. They're not trying to make you. Yeah, they may give you the guise of being rich, but you belong to them. They gonna own your masters, your publisher, all this stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure Pooh Shiesty contract was one of the worst. This is Gucci Mane here. A lot of people look at Gucci Mane like he dissolved the old 1017. His whole record label had dissolved. Like, people were saying that they wasn't getting treated right. What, you think he gonna treat you better? That was stupid on your part, and you should have read your contract or just tried to see the smartest people dug it out independently. They not worried about getting signed to these big labels. They make themselves hot. And that's how you be successful, man. That's how you make actual money. But yeah, man, they have all of this on surveillance, cell phone data, and then of course the silly people were posting on social media, posting the things that they stole. This is how it always happens, man. Even Pooh Shiesty's father is involved in this stuff, man. You understand? You got your dad involved in this, and you facing federal life in prison, man. This is ridiculous. This is what rap gets you. This is what glorifying demonic activities and street and destructive activities to your people, towards your people, gets you. Like, you ain't see them people run up and grab and snatch up one of these white execs. This is dude trying to come snatch up Gucci Mane and hold him at gunpoint. These people was fearing for their life, even Gucci Mane. You never know what's gonna happen. These dudes could have just executed a bomb. But he accomplished what he accomplished. Gucci Mane signed that contract, man. He released him. He like, look, man, you got me at gunpoint. You got the drop on. At least he's smart with that. You got the drop on me. Look, I'm signing that joint. Here, give me whatever. Here, I'ma sign it. I'll avoid it later, man. But right now, I sign whatever you got. But yeah, this is a sad thing, man. Pooh Shiesty just got out. This man don't like his freedom, and a lot of people, these guys, man, they don't even value their freedom. You got families and stuff, man. That's not right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should value your freedom more than that. Value your life more than that. Value other people's lives more than that. You understand? Dude choking the dude out, unconscious, man. You could have choked him out and he died. It didn't even matter. You trying to do that over a Louis Vuitton bag and a watch, man. So, man, we got to do better. Like I said, this is a failure for hip-hop, man. It's just bad. And it's nothing good about, this situation. It shows how we, do each other in contracts. Like, we not no better than a white man when it comes to doing business with each other. And it shows how we don't value each other at all. We don't value each other's lives. We lure the dude to Dallas. Like, why you lure him all the way there? Why you ain't handle your business in Atlanta, man? Why you got to come, to my city to do this type of dirt? But, it is what it is, man. That's why I say I don't even entertain this stuff anymore. I'd rather listen to R&B or anything else, man. I'm listening to, find you some godly music. That's why I say rap needs to take a turn. Have some people in here who got the spirit on them, man, who making positive music for their people. That'll be a change of pace, won't it? That being said, man, it's the Black Effect. I'm gone.